Well, guys, I have a big announcement. Remember, back in 2021, I did a video talking about the Pokemon Rom Hack I tried to make back in 2010, Pokemon Jewel, and I talked about everything I wrote down about the series at that point. It was like an hour-and-a-half long video, and I talked about how I wanted to hopefully in the future remake it, potentially on RPGMaker and stuff like that. Well, over the last 2 days, I got RPGMaker, and I've been doing that. I got Pokemon Essentials, and I've actually began work on Pokemon Jewel. Remake it after 14 years. And I'm pretty happy with the progress I've done so far, and I figured I show it off right now, as I got the game loaded up so far, although it's not called Pokemon Jewel yet. So I'm going to do a new game in order to show off how everything's done so far. Because the game's still not called, it's not called Jewel in the files, it's called Pokemon Essentials still. Basically, Pokemon Essentials is a program that makes Pokemon RPG Maker games for RPGMakerXP, but it basically starts off as it's like a game within itself. They have to edit and such. So yeah, here's the basics. Of course, Oak's there, he won't be there at the end of the game though. There's Marrow. I had to delete all the Pokemon except for the Kanto ones, and Mew had to be deleted too, because it's only 150 Pokemon. Although their sprites are still in the game, so I'm going to slowly replace the Kanto ones with the new ones, and then get rid of the other ones right now. I'm just going to name it myself just to be safe, because I have my current save where I'm doing all bug testing, debugging as A. So yeah, I didn't edit any of this yet. I didn't edit much in here yet. So it's just like Palatine. You start off in your room, and you can go over here and get your potion. I didn't do any edits in here yet. So then of course you head downstairs. There we go. And then down here, they add a whole bunch of stuff in here. They add, you talk to Mom and she just gives you instantly the Pokegear and the running shoes. And of course there's one of Professor's aides right there. There's people down there in these teleports. I haven't touched anything in this room other than the door. I mean the teleporter outside. So here we go, outside. And here we are. Racketown, which is the starting town of Juneau of the region. And of course, the name's still long. It still says La Pet Town or whatever. Even though I changed the names on RPG Maker, it hasn't updated the game yet, so I don't know why. And of course, here's the basics of the town. Let me update the buttons. So yeah, of course, there's a Pokemon Center, a market. This is the player's house. There's your rival's house right here. And here's this other house right here, which I haven't thought about yet. And here's the lab. Now, unfortunately, the market, the center, and this room right here this house here don't work yet. I haven't figured out how to do the make rooms for them yet, or make the doors work and such like that, because I'm working on that later. But anyways, we go into the rival's house. And of course, there's Daisy and whoever else in Blue's house normally. They're going to eventually be gone. Now, remember, Racketown's supposed to be a forest, basically. So, I have the whole area surrounded by forest, but I don't know why I can't get rid of this black, transparency textures on these sprite textures right here yet. And same for right here, I have yet to figure out how to get rid of those at the moment. And this game, it's like a whole unique region so far. We love the game. You see, right here, see, it's like a whole sub-region basically. It has a path where you can go out right here to the Safari Zone. This used to be a path right here. I closed it up, and then this path right here, I had to do some edits to make that work, which I'll show off in a minute. I don't know how to get rid of this stuff yet, because remember, in Kanto, this would lead you down the Cinnabar, because I can't get rid of that water and the grass there yet, because they don't show up on the terrain editor for Racketown. I think I have to find whatever route this is for and delete it there, because then when I go up to Route 1, because I'm pretty sure I can go into Route 1 right now, because there's nothing stopping me yet, because I don't have any Pokemon yet. And you see, it shows here, bottom of Racketown. So yeah, I guess I gotta go on Route 1 and do the edits up here for it to show up and such. And same goes for down there. Alright, so anyways, let's go to the Oak's lab, where you get your starters. And here he just tells you right away to get your starters. And of course, I've already added the starters of the region here. Grobble the grass starter, Viper, the fire starter, and then Pinsir, the water starter. I haven't tested either of these out yet because I've only used Grobble and Testin. I haven't tried out any of these other ones because I had to do some edits to make it so they'll work properly. So I guess I'll try Viper really quickly. Still gotta try Pinsir, make sure that's all working. And yeah, you can rename it. And anyways, I'm going to show this off really quickly because I got to get used to the buttons because the buttons are radically different from normal. But yeah, there's my starter, Viper. As the fire starter of Joel in the Johno region. And you're probably thinking, oh my god, you got a rare female. Nope, I set them all to be 50-50. Almost all the Pokemon are going to be 50-50 gender and such. Because I think it's stupid how they do that. And of course, there's star moves, Pound, Leer. Has higher speed for lower special defense. Because remember, Viper line is supposed to be more like attack, special attack, and speed. As Blaze and such. And I used its normal sprite as the party sprite in the game, which I honestly, because it's supposed to be kind of like a placeholder for like until maybe getting replaced in the future. But honestly, I really like it. I think it looks really good as such. I might keep that as a permanent thing. That looks really, really cool using their sprite as the party sprite. Okay. So, let me go. Can't close out the game now because I want to reload it so I can load my debugging save so I can show you all the other progress with the Pokemon. Here we go. Alright, so first off, I'm going to have to probably do debugging too in order to load my PC because I have no other way to load up the PC just yet. I think it was right here. Yep, here we go. So yeah, here's the sword so far. I've added, I think it was 20 Pokemon so far into the game. And there you have Grottada, Blaziconda, Crabazone, if you remember from the 2021 video, Kavizor, Jurleaf, Dragonix, Charaptor, and Kanoon. Alright, now let me go. Maybe I should have looked at their stats and explained stuff, but let me go look at show you Pokedex so far. You see Grobble, the grass starter, Grotlet's evolution, and Grottada. Viper, the fire star, which you already saw me pick. Its evolution, Flame Fawn, and then Blaziconda. Pinsir's the water star, Crapon, Crabazone, and of course Florat, which becomes Jurleaf. Chirip becomes Chirobin, then Chiraptor. Poisonpea becomes Wabikun, and then Dragonix. Mutrews becomes Kanoon, and Kavizor, who doesn't evolve. And of course Pikachu's down there because I haven't replaced Pikachu yet on the Dex. So these are the Pokemon I've added in so far. And I did some new things that I never did even when I made them back in 2010 is I actually made their height and their weight and stuff. For some of these, not all of them are done yet, but I've done that. So, like, Grobble here is 1'4" and weighs 30 pounds. Grotlet's 2 feet tall, 95 pounds, and Grottada is 5'3" and almost 270. Viper 1'4", 19 pounds. Flame Fawn 1'8", 25.8 pounds, and Blaziconda is 133 pounds at 5'7". And then Pinsir's almost 3 feet tall for the starters. My gosh. Hope they can have like a scale with the trainer on there like they do in Ruby and Sapphire. That'd be really cool to compare. 45 pounds. 4'3" for Crapon, 119 pounds. And of course, Crabazone, 299 at 5'11". And then Florat, only 8 inches tall, not less than 10 pounds. And then Jurleaf's 3'7" and 104 pounds. And that's it. I have not edited any of these guys' heights and weights just yet. Alright, so now, let me go show off some of the stuff, too, because I've did some, oh yeah, the half of the Pokemon have had their updated, not their movesets necessarily, like they learn level up, because I've only worked on a couple of them since I said that I was going to do that in 2021, but I made, the movesets they can learn from TMs, Breeding, Move Tutoring, half of them have been done already, and such, which is a lot of work. And this game has up to Gen 7 moves and abilities, I think. So that's pretty good. But Gen 8 and 9 are not in the game unless I add them in, which I'm not exactly sure how to do. And I didn't like the moves for any of these Pokemon right now. So I don't know if I'm going to have Gen 8 or 9 moves. But yeah, let me go show off the Pokemon stats. Because their base stats are exact same still from when I made them back in 2010 for these guys. Because half the Pokemon, remember, I think it was like 84 out of 150 have actual like moves and base stats to side. The rest aren't. So no abilities picked yet, No moves, no base stats, nothing yet for like the last half of the Pokemon, which is kind of annoying. That's going to require a lot of work. So like I said before, Grotada. I think the IVs are random because I don't think their stats are supposed to be normal when I made them. But anyways, Grotada, the grass starter, it's supposed to be pretty much defense and special defense, yet its attack is really high. Now, I have battled them a few times over the last 2 days practicing, so maybe they gained some EVs. Probably not much to make that much of a difference, but it should have not as high attack compared to its defense. It's supposed to be more defensive. And then Blaziconda, yeah, this is correct. Very fast and very hard-hitting attacker with kind of like a glass cannon. And Crabazone, which is funny because Blaziconda's attack is higher than Crabazone, but Crabazone's attack is supposed to be much higher, so it has to be IVs making that difference. And also, Crabazone's special defense is way too high as well. I might actually check that out really quickly. Let me see. Is there a debug? Where can I find IVs? Let me do that really quickly. I'm gonna check that really quickly. I just saw that because I want it to be 0-0. All right, and 20. There should be one. There should be an option that sets them all to 0. That would make it so much easier. All right, let me go check Crabazone now. Much better. Although I think that special defense is a little higher than it should be. Although defense is higher, it still does. It just looks weird though. So at least now it makes sense why the stats are a little odd. So I'm going to have to do that in the future. Make sure everyone's IVs are 0. But anyways, after that, in order of the decks, Jurleaf, of course, is an attacker, pretty much no defense, although it has higher special attack like it's supposed to. Chiraptor is actually supposed to be a speedy defensive wall instead, with a lot of attack as well. No special attack. Drakeonx, supposed to be 60-90 between all its stats. Attack, special attack speed's 90, special defense, and HP are 60. So that seems pretty good. And then Kanoon, it's kind of balanced, but has more attack and speed. And finally, Kevizor, which is all special attack and speed, pretty much. Its attack is a lot higher than I remember it being, too, so probably IVs there. Alright, but we're not done yet, because there's one more thing I want to explore still. And that is Route 1, because since I add all these Pokemon in, I was able to make the correct route encounters for this route. So I'm going to show you in a moment once I load it up. So the Route 1 encounters, other than water encounters, because there's supposed to be water encounters here, but I haven't got them in yet to the game. So we go Route 1. So here we are. Of course, I had to make multiple copies for it to work during different times. So anyways. So in Route 1, you can get a Chirip, Floret, Poisonpea, or Kevizor between 1 to 4. And basically, what this number right here indicates the chances. So you add up all these chances, and then you divide from it. So basically, you have a 30, I feel it's like a 30% chance to find a Chirip, a Floret, both from 30%. Poisonpea is like 27%, and Kevizor is 12%. And I've when I was practicing last night, make sure all their sprites worked in battle and such. I saw all of them, so they do all show up. Alright, so let me go try it out now to show you how the battles are. Alright, here we go. So my encounter is a Kevizor, the rare Kevizor, so you now know it works, the rarest encounter. Although the sprite's very tiny, I know. And there's my Kevizor. But yeah, here we go. Signal Beam, Tail Glow, Power Gem, Thunderbolt. Like the best boost Kevizor has leveling up. Just gonna do a Power Gem, and there we go. Easy W. No surprise at level 100. Because when I add the Pokemon to the game, I didn't have to go through... I have to get them all up to level 100 to make sure their evolutions work correctly. Their stats are correct. They learn their correct moves at their correct levels and stuff. It's a lot of work. And such. Hey, you see Kevizor easily going to get that victory over Chirip. Let's switch over to Jurleaf now. Alright, let's see right here. And there's a Floret, which is Jurleaf, which becomes Jurleaf. Alright, so gonna go with the Play Rough, and there we go. So yeah, I probably will update their sprites over time, but right now, my first and foremost goal is I want to get all 150 Pokemon in the game first. Get that all out of the way, make sure they're all functional, and then I'm going to try and, like, make the route stuff. Because Route 1, I have not done any edits to this route whatsoever. The only thing I edited was the encounters. And, the portal right here to go to Racket Town. That's it. Nothing else has been edited. I'm going to do that after I get all the Pokemon in first. Because I got to finish working on Racket Town to get it all functional and such. And, yeah. And got to do a whole bunch of work. So my main goal right now is to get all the Pokemon in the game. Then to probably make, like, all the routes and cities and stuff like there. And then, of course, eventually there, add in trainers and add, like, scripts and stuff for, like, battles, like, important battles and such like that. It's going to be a lot of work. So, when will this game come out? Don't even bother asking. I have no idea. I've made good progress, I feel, in these first 2 days, although I haven't done really any work today yet, because I've been busy and such, but it's going to take a long time. First and foremost, I gotta get all 150 Pokemon in the game. I've already gotten 20 in 2 days, but that's gonna be a long way to go still. But yeah, I'm finally making Pokemon Jewel, guys. My ROM hack from 2010, I'm finally making it again. It feels so good. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully over time I'll show you more progress, how the game goes on and such. So, see you all next time. I hope you enjoy Pokemon Jewel whenever it comes out in the future.